Okay, welcome everybody. This is a couple of public hearings we're gonna have for some variations that are requested. Typically, we would have separate meeting streams for this, but we don't expect that they will be taking too long. There's not a big audience here today, so we will just do it in one stream, but there will be two meetings. So I will start off by just again acknowledging that we're meeting tonight on Treaty 5 territory, the ancestral land of our friends Océan Cree Nation, and as well as many other indigenous people in the homeland, Manitoba Métis. With that, I will call the meeting to order. Somebody should have a resolution to adopt the agenda.
Resolution number 2025-057. Moved by myself, second by Councillor Atkinson, resolved that the agenda be adopted as amended or as presented.
Is there any additions to the agenda? Seeing none, call the question. All in favor? None against? Carried. So the purpose of this hearing tonight is to hear any representation from the public regarding variance application 02025 to vary the minimum required site from 25,000 to 8,197 square feet. And the minimum site width from 100 to 73 feet at 81 Edwards. That's the wrong one. I'm getting the wrong one, sorry. No, which one is first? No, that's okay, sorry, yes, sorry. To reduce the side width of 81 Edwards Avenue. And so what we're talking about here is that the Friendship Center originally had a long-term 50-year lease. We found out through some back and forth legally that 50-year leases are supposedly not valid. And so instead of getting into this discussion every number of years, we took, the town has actually gifted the land that the Friendship Center sits on, the building itself sits on, so that it's their property. Due to the fact that we've done that, there's some legal stuff that needs to be done just to clean up the site, just the site map and and it doesn't perfectly meet the Planning Act. So that's where we're at. So anybody want to speak for or against this variation?
I support variation. That's for the record.
Yep. I think council, unless council there's anybody against, I think call council was in support of this variation. So with that, I will close the public.
Question. The entranceway that goes through, is that part of the Friendship Center? Is that part of the town? How does that work?
It's the towns. It's the only, if you look at the
That's 8 feet.
picture of you'll see where it's highlighted, the proposed lot, and you can see where there's a common element.
Okay. So the common element is full.
Yeah. I'm sure we've been great neighbors for 50 some years. I don't expect it's gonna change, but if it does, we'll just lock the doors and don't let them use our doorways or our parking lots or anything.
There's future plans to change the doorway to be more onto the Edwards plan. But we need ownership of the building to start tapping into its grants to put out the structural changes.
No, we appreciate it. We appreciate all the good work that the Friendship Center has done for our community, not only in the future, but all the stuff they've done in the past. So I think we're supportive of that. So seeing no further questions, I will close the public hearing. I guess what we will do is we will bring at our next council meeting at the end of February, or at the end of April, a resolution supporting this variance. Thank you very much for coming to the meeting tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, our second public hearing. And again, the purpose of this is to hear any representation from the public regarding the variance application 03/2025 to vary the established requirement for the maximum sign surface area from 64 to 360 square feet at 523 Smith Avenue in our community. Just for some background, that is the Roy H. Johnson Arena, and that is the one non-electronic sign that's on the side of the building today. Call if there's anybody speaking for or against the public.
That's the.
Just the Rangers. Seeing no objections,
Again, just for the record, I support the variation.
any other?
I second it.
I got one question. As per our zoning bylaw, we're still missing the building permit. Building permit needs to be included for any sign mounted or attached or on the ground of town of Paul property. So just to make everything legal, the building permit needs to be applied as well. H is of the zoning bylaw.
The sign permit from the front, I believe.
Yeah, it's a regular,
We
it's
do have
a,
that in the office, yes.
as long as we have, yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
it's a matter of making it all legal, so we can never be
Yeah.
questioned that we did something wrong.
Yeah, you brought it up, Vernon, that was a good catch, and, we had Mr. Roy.
That's what this is all been about, just making sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah. So it looks like council fully supports that first sign, and we look forward to seeing the variants, and I know that they're working on for the electronic. So with that, would you have?
Oh, no, I just,
With that said, I'm gonna,
Well, because the owner is here. Congratulations on the first two wins. Great.
Had nothing to do with it.
I don't talk about it yet, it's too early.
I don't know. I'd like to say one thing though, if I could.
Yeah.
I'd like to apologize for not, going through the proper channels on that first sign. I was oblivious to that, not anymore. Won't happen in the future.
Thank you.
Yeah, they should have, done the proper thing, especially since one of the guys involved is a good friend of mine
Yeah.
and put him on the spot and,
Don't sound,
we never even really talked about it much. I just went ahead and ordered it, and got it done, so. It's,
no, you've got a great organization going there, we appreciate everything you're doing there for the community, so.
And just to add to what you said, Mr. White, I want you to understand that the only reason why I brought it forward was to make sure things are legal. That way we're never questioned. And I would never want anything to fall onto you to say, how come him and not him? As you know, when I was employed by the town of Paul, I'm a stickler for the rules because you can't be wrong if you're following the rules. And I wanted to just make sure that the sign was legal and no one could ever point a finger at us or yourself as ownership to say, how come? That's what I wanted, was to
Thank
just
you.
make sure it's
Appreciate
legal.
yeah.
Okay, so it looks like we're in support of that. With that resolution, we'll come to our next meeting at the end of the month. And I'm looking for a motion, two motions to adjourn to meetings. Gary and Larry. Okay, thanks, folks. Thanks for everybody watching in YouTube land, and we'll see you again.
that was the second one?
Yeah, because that's all I need.
Okay, thanks, Steve.
Oh,
Because it doesn't say anything.
Oh.
So they're the same one.
Yeah.
Okay, same as the new
I was gonna make the journey, start over, same difference.
Yeah, one I should have, what I could do.
Because there's no recognition. One of them,